Okay, the title of this is using bar graphs and tables, frequency tables. Okay, so this kind of drawing is called either a bar graph or a histogram, are the names of it. Okay, so here's what you need. You need some kind of title on this as a title of what's happening. What are you even talking about? So this graph is describing vacations per year. That's what we're describing. You will need to put a label on your x-axis. So this is the age of people. And you will also need a label on your y-axis. So this is the frequency. So how do we read this? So here, if I read this one in the middle, I would say this. The people who are from 50 to 60 years old take an average of 5 vacations per year. That's how you read it. Okay? So if the people are between 20 to 30, how many vacations a year do they take? 2. Okay. Now the next one is a frequency polygon or line graph. You can see it's the exact same concept, except for you put dots and connect them instead of bars, okay? This is what a frequency table looks like. So I'm not sure the title of this, but from 10 to 19-year-old, they did something 5 times. Okay, here's something important. This group includes the score of 9. Okay, because sometimes they do something like this, 0 to 10, and then 10 to 20, and then you're like, well, where do I put 10? Because it kind of looks like it could go in both groups. So include it in the lower one. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make one. You ready? Here are the heights of the students in the class in inches. Give me a title of our graph. So we'll go heights of students as a title. Heights of students. On the bottom, we're going to be putting height, and we're going to be doing it in inches. And on the side, we're going to be doing the frequency. Okay, so that's that. And then we'll figure everything else out here. Yep. Okay, so the first interval is anybody who's 58, 59, or 60 inches, because you include 60 there. Okay, how many times do you see that? So I'm going to get my highlighter out. 59, 58, 59, and 60. How many of those do you see? I see a 60. A 59. Anybody else? 2? So 2. So the next I'm looking for 61 and 62. How many of those do you see? So I'm just going to cross those off now. How many times do I see a 61 or a 62? 62, 61, That's it? 2 is what you said? 2. Okay, so the next range is going to go from 62 to 64. So I'm looking for people of heights of 63 and 64. So now, how many of those do you see? 63, 64. Wow, is there 2 again? Yes, 2? Anybody find any different? Okay, can I get you to finish this off? Okay, so let's see if our numbers match. I had the 2, 2, 2, 4, 3, 5, 1, 1. Matching? Okay, so when I draw these on my graph, on this I'm going to put a little squiggly line. So what does a squiggly line on a graph mean? It means you're skipping a bunch, because I'm not going to start this at 0. I'm going to go 58 to 60. And then keep jumping by 2s, 62, 64, 66. Okay, so squiggly line, skip a bunch, start at 58. Because there's no point in starting at 0, right? Now, up the y-axis, the highest I have to go is 5. Okay, so you may as well start at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is a histogram. So that's the one that looks like the bars. So you have to read what it's asking. So from 58 to 60, I'm going to draw that goes too high. So draw me a bar like that that's too high. Bless you. Okay, that looks good. Now we're going to learn how to type this into our calculator to let our calculator do the work that we did yesterday with mean, median, mode, and range. Okay? Okay, give me your stat button. Stat. You're going to edit. Okay, remember I had something in there from yesterday. How do I get rid of that right now? I'm going to go up to the L1 and then push clear down. Okay? Do not push the delete button. Just clear down. Okay. In L1, I'm going to type these numbers, but you lost your L1 because you pushed delete. Okay, that's what I said. I don't remember how to. So you're going to have to use L2 and L3. That's fine for now, and then I'll have to figure that out. Okay, now I have a problem. I can't type into my calculator 58 to 60. You can't type a range into your calculator. Does it make sense that I'm going to use the average? So what's between 58 and 60? 59. What's the next one? What's between 60 and 61? 62. 61. Can you keep going like that pattern? Okay, so L1 was all the midpoints. L2 is all the frequencies. We're good with how I typed that in? Okay. I have 3 2s, yeah. It's up here. Yeah. By the way, when you get to the bottom, you better have it lined up, right? You know what I mean? These lists better be lined up. If one list is longer than the other, it means you've typed in something wrong. Okay? Okay, get out of there. I'm on my home screen. So second quit. Okay, I'm going to go stat. I'm going to calculate the one variable statistics. Now, here's what you need to do. I put them into 2 lists, so I want it to take both of them into consideration. So I'm going to go L1, comma, L2. So here's your L1. You have to go yellow 1. Do you see the comma button is above the 7? So you need L1, comma, L2. So it's taking the statistics of the both. So Evian, you're going to be doing L2, comma, L3, right?
How do you do the comma?
Above the 7 is the comma button.
L2?
Yep.
Okay.
And there we go. So do you remember the X bar? Remember what that was?
What 7 is the comma button?
Above the 7.
Okay.
Do you see a comma on there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you should have been doing L2, comma, L3, enter. 65.8. Everybody got that? Okay. So the mean is 65.8.
65.8, I didn't get that.
Then something must be different than what you typed in. Anybody else matching my 65.8? Okay, I will come take a look here after this example. You have it?
Yeah.
You didn't before, but you figured out?
No, Aiden was just.
Did Aiden not have it? You have it?
Aiden
Okay.
didn't have it.
But now we're good? Just throwing him under the bus. Okay, so that's the average height of the class. That kind of makes sense, right? What is the mode? So which one occurs the most? Guess what? You just look at your chart. What's the highest bar? This one's the highest, so 68 to 70 inches, that height range is the mode. Okay, all I did was look at the highest bar. That one occurs the most. And the range, so remember your calculator says the max is 73 and the min is 59. So the range is 14.